Hi, my name is Jim and I would like to give you the tools to get the best exchange rate on foreign currency. I'm going to explain how the foreign currency exchange companies deliberately try to confuse you so that you don't know what a good deal looks like. Then I'm going to give you some very simple rules of thumb that will help you spot the difference between a good deal and a bad deal. Let's go. The first point to make is that it is worthwhile spending a few minutes to understand this subject. It will save you lots of money over the years. This is because currency varies a lot, much more than you think. In any year, an exchange rate can vary by as much as 20% and sometimes more. It just depends on what's happening in the world. In the graph shown, you can see in just a 6-month period, the euro to pound exchange rate changed by over 11%. Because of this, many people don't know what a good deal looks like, so we're going to show you. Yes, we are a specialist buyback company and we offer very good rates, but this video is not about us, it's about you. After all, when you know what a good deal looks like, you'll find us anyway. Holiday money is where people like you are often ripped off. A great example is actually driven by the recent rise of the all-inclusive holiday package. Typically you go on holiday and take some extra cash with you just in case. Because your holiday is all-inclusive, you end up with a few £100s or more left over at the end of your stay. So you either spend it on presents for friends and family and come back with sombrero hats and donkeys if you went to Mexico, or you bring the cash back home and convert it back to your home currency. This is when you run the risk of throwing a large part of your money away, and it's nearly always down to the confusion tactics of the money changers. Alternatively, you may work abroad and get paid in foreign currency. In the global world we live in, more and more people are doing this. This is even more risky because the amounts involved are normally in the thousands instead of the hundreds, as in the case of the holidaymaker. Just like the utility, insurance and telephone companies, the foreign exchange companies try to confuse you. Why? Because they know that most people don't know what a good deal looks like. This means that they make more money, and they do that by taking your money from you. So it's important for you to know the facts. Here they come. Confusion point 1 is the buy rate. This is the most confusing of the two rates that exchange companies use. The buy rate is the rate at which the money trader will buy that currency from you. So in the case of the UK, they will buy your euros at a value of 1.3532 euros to £1, as shown in the example. So if you have 100 euros and want to change it back to pounds, you should get 73.89 euros. This means that you nearly always get less than you think, depending on the exchange rate. The buy rate is usually an inverse relationship in the case of euros and dollars, and is calculated by dividing 1 by the buy rate to work out the amount you should expect to get back in pounds. To summarize, the buy rate is the rate you get when you are selling currency back to the foreign exchange company. It is the buyback rate, and is the number that you should always use to judge whether you're getting a good deal on buyback. The smaller the number here, the better for a buyback transaction when you're in the UK. Just remember, for buying, smaller is better because of the inverse relationship. Confusion point 2 is the sell rate. This is the rate that the money trader will sell you euros of foreign exchange. Notice that it is a lot lower than the buy rate. This is the rate that is used when you're buying foreign currency to go on holiday. In the example shown, the company will sell you euros at a rate of 1.2081 for each pound you give them. The sell rate is a simple multiplication of the rate by the number of pounds you want to exchange. So in this example, £100 will get you 120.810 euros. To summarize, the important thing here is that you want the sell rate to be as big as possible. When comparing prices for buying foreign currency, always look for the foreign exchange company's biggest sell rate. Confusion point 3 is the spread. This is the percentage difference between the advertised buy rate and sell rate. A big spread usually means the money trader is making a lot of profit. We will talk about spread more in a moment, but for now just remember big spread usually indicates a poor deal. Confusion point 4 is commission charges. We see lots of deals that state 0% commission, but they are usually just altering their buy rate and sell rates to compensate for this. Just check what Wikipedia has to say on this matter. Remember, just because it says 0% commission does not mean that it's a good deal. Confusion point 5 is the buyback guarantee. This makes it even more complicated. It is effectively a bet by the money trader that you won't have any money left when you return to exchange with them. In most cases, they win that bet. In this case, they often offer to fix or guarantee the rate for buyback of leftover foreign currency. My advice is generally not to take a buyback guarantee unless you expect to have a significant amount of leftover currency. By significant, I mean several £100 worth of currency. So here it goes, my 5 simple rules to ensure that you get a great deal. Rule number 1 is always check the mid-market rates on the day you're expecting to buy or sell foreign currency. There are a few good sites out there, but the one I use most often, probably because it's easy to remember, is xe.com. Remember, if you're out and about, you can check it instantly on your mobile phone. xe.com even have a mobile app for that. Knowledge is power, and mid-market rate is neither a buy nor a sell rate from a retail point of view. It is the currency market rate that all money changers will use as the basis for their buy and sell rates. Rule number 2 is for comparing buyback rates. In this case, you're looking for the lowest buyback rate you can find. This is because of the inverse relationship explained earlier. In the 2 examples shown, we can see that the rate of 1.30363 beats the rate of 1.3532 hands down. The basic rule of thumb is that anything close to a 5% spread between the mid rate and the money changer's buy rate is a good deal. Anything more than 5% is a bad deal. So always remember, buy rate should be low to keep the most of your dough. I'll say that again, buy rate low, keep your dough. Rule number 3 is to look for hidden charges. 0% commission almost always means that they will get your money another way, so don't be fooled. Also, if you expect to bring back more than the equivalent of £200, then a buyback deal guarantee can be a good deal. Just make sure that the buy rate is as low as possible to get the best deal. Remember, buy rate low, keep your dough. Rule 4 is never, I repeat never, ever buy your currency at an airport. Why? It's simple laws of supply and demand. Choice is limited and competition is low. The net result is that they all end up effectively price fixing, and that usually means you'll get ripped off. Airport money changers know this and often charge as much and sometimes more than 10%. To be honest, travel companies are not much better, and even major retailers, the banks and the post office often offer very poor rates. Rule 5 is to find a reliable, honest and secure currency specialist. Of course we would say that, but in fact we know that we can easily beat the rates offered by the airports, travel companies, retailers, banks and yes, even the post office. We check the market every day and then put a low spread, often 5% or less, to ensure that we do beat them. But you don't need to take our word for it. Head over to the Review Centre. They are an independent review service of real and verified customers who use various services including ours. Just search for sellasyourcurrency.co.uk and you will see many reviews there. In fact, last time I looked, all of them were 5 stars. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I hope it has helped. Why not stay in touch with us? Follow us on Twitter, Facebook or LinkedIn. We will always have the best rates for you when you need us. Remember, it's your money. Don't give it away. Also remember, for buybacks, buy rate low, keep your dough. Thank you very much. You've been listening to Jim, and we hope to see you soon.